Stevenson, I'm gonna let some of the people in that I can't tell who they are figure out what their names. Hi, I have a gentleman in a hoodie. What is your name, please?
Christian Davenport. I made a payment last night, Your Honor.
Oh, hold on. Let me call it first. Make sure all the parties are here. 1 second. Looks like she's here. All right, in the matter of Nicole Marie Davenport versus Christian Robert Davenport, file number 2019-46565 DM. Mr. Davenport is present via Zoom. This is the time set for show cause. Mr. Davenport, let's see, Rhonda Underwood is your attorney, so I do not have her yet. So I am going to put you in the waiting room until she gets here, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, I have a gentleman in the front row. What is your name?
Scott Gout, Gout.
All right, Mr. Gout, you want to come up to the podium?
I also have Mrs. Underwood.
Oh, never mind, have a seat. We're just still waiting for Miss Underwood.
Okay.
So hold on. And gentleman in the back?
Terry Barnhart.
Your Honor, that was adjourned to June 5, I believe.
Mr. Barnhart, front of the court saying that your matter was adjourned to June 5.
June 5th.
Yes, at 8 o'clock. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
All right, I have another gentleman. What is your name?
Miguel.
Your Honor, was that Miguel Rivera?
Yep.
I believe he's been dismissed.
All right, yours has been dismissed. Thanks for making your payments. She knows. Two individuals, I've sent them instructions to connect to audio.
Hello.
Hi, I have a gentleman with the hoodie. Why don't you pull your hat down, your hoodie down? And
Sorry.
says Chino, but what is your name, please?
Jonathan Gonzalez.
All right. Jonathan Z. All right, I do have Sierra Straub here. 1 second. What's coming? Morning. All right, I'm going to let Ms. Straubman. I have another gentleman, it has Cam Mack on his device. What is your name?
Camden Scott Mack. Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Spell Camden
Kamden.
and M-A-C-K Mack.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, I'll change that right now for you.
Already did. I got it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. What are you here for?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Mr. Mack.
So I had a child support issue that lapsed.
Do you have a notice of hearing for today?
Yes, 8 a.m. this morning, 17th of April.
Okay, I'm not seeing him on my deck. Was it a friend of the court show cause for failure to pay child support?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Vasquez or Ms. Stevenson?
I don't show it on the docket, Your Honor. Let me look and see what's.
Yeah, the last thing I see is show cause for 417. I can run across the hall and ask Jeff.
All right, so Mr. Mack, just bear with us a moment. I
Yeah,
don't have
no
it on my
problem.
docket, but we'll figure it out. All right. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, this is in the matter of Sierra Kaylin Straub versus Jonathan Zachary Gonzalez, file number 2020-47405 DP. So Mr. Gonzalez, you were previously ordered to pay the remaining balance of March and April by today's hearing. Our notes show that you've not done so. Oh, wait. Is your attorney Mr. Raines?
Who? Mr. Raines? Yeah.
He is your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I don't have him yet, so I'm going to change your name. And then I'm gonna mark that Mr. Raines is your attorney. And then Ms. Adams, could you make sure? He's probably in the hall or in the courtroom next door. So when he gets here, I'll bring you guys back in, okay?
Judge, I just got back. What did you need? I'm sorry.
Mr. Raines has Mr. Gonzalez.
Oh, okay.
Wanted to make sure they knew that. All right, Ms. Stevenson or Mr. Vasquez, any information on Mr. Mack?
Yes. Oh, Your Honor, according to his caseworker, that should be dismissed.
All right, Mr. Mack, thank you for your time today. You have a good day.
Okay, I'm all set.
You're all set. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Sorry for wasting your time. I apologize.
No, it's my job. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The matter of Katrina Zamora versus Miguel Rivera, file number 2006-30169 DS. That matter has been dismissed. All right, Mr. Gordon, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is in the matter of Rachel Renee Schmidt versus Jared Ryan Gordon, file number 2007-31469 TS. Mr. Gordon, this is a date and time set for continuation of a show cause. When we were last here, you were ordered to repay the remaining balance, or to pay the remaining balance of March and April. That has not been done that has not been done. You did leave a message for your caseworker stating that you'd entered into a 12-month rehab program in Flint. No documentation has been provided by the front of the court. You did this last year, the last time we had a show cause, but reported you obtained a new employer 2 months later. So where are you at now, Mr. Gordon?
The day that I left, or that you, on the 13th, on March 13th, you and I had 8 o'clock.
My question was, where are you at right now?
I'm at Flint, Michigan at the Adult Teen Challenge, Life Challenge Ministries.
Okay, are you gonna stay in the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because you didn't last time, because you left and got a job, so,
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's the plan.
okay, and are you able to obtain employment while working the program?
No, ma'am.
Okay, understand that child support doesn't get waived just because you're in a rehab program. Do you understand that?
Hillsdale said it did.
Well, do I look like I'm in Hillsdale?
We're in the state of Michigan, and I've been 30 days. I mean, what do
We
you?
waive it for jail time, but we don't waive it for rehab. I just want you to know that.
It's not
You
rehab.
also have an arrearage in excess of $9,688, which means the state of Michigan can also issue felony charges against you for child support. Do you understand that carries a maximum penalty of up to 4 years in prison?
Yeah.
Okay, so when are you gonna send documentation to your caseworker?
He should have already done.
Your Honor, he did send end of the day on Friday. I didn't get a chance to update the notes, but he did send that. We'll see if he stays in at this time.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll set this out to June 5, Mr. Gordon, just to verify that you're still in the program. So I'll adjourn to June 5 at 8 AM. All right?
June 5th, 8 a.m.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
The matter of Tiffany Brassfield versus Brian Widger, file number 2008-32684 DP. That matter has been dismissed. Hi, I have a gentleman on an iPhone. What is your name, please? I can't. I'm not getting audio. Okay. This is in the matter of Danielle Zabel versus Ronald Zabel, file number 2009-34180 DM. This is date and time set for show cause in this matter. Ms. Zabel is not present. There is a gentleman on an iPhone, but he is definitely not Danielle Zabel. So, Ms. Zabel is ordered to pay $315 a month of child support, and as of today's date, she has an arrearage in excess of $16,716. She was ordered to appear today. She's failed to do so. Last time she made a payment was $174.02 on February 15th of 2023. She's failed to appear. I'll issue a bench warrant for her arrest. That's that bond in the amount of $1,000. In the matter of Catherine Rink versus Michael. That might be him, never mind. The matter of Vertez Clark versus Shauna May Clark, file number 2011-37227 DM. That matter has been adjourned to May 15th at 8 a.m. All right, I have, sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. What is your name, sir?
Michael Lewis.
Okay. All right, in the matter of Catherine Rink versus Michael Lewis II, file number 2009-34541 DP. Mr. Lewis, we were last here on March 20th of 23. And at that time, I ordered you to pay $180 per month. And we have not received a payment since January 20th of 23. So, Mr. Lewis, are you working now?
Yes, you should have got one.
Okay, did you
I got
come out of
the
your
receipt right
paycheck?
here.
Okay,
No,
you have
I
a
paid
receipt?
online.
Your Honor,
Yep.
Okay,
there was a payment
Yes.
of $150 made on on April 13th.
okay, very good. All right, so Mr. Lewis, thank you. So you owe another 30, and then you need to make the 180 a month, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to adjourn this out to Becky. Could I get a July date? Or Miss Adams, I
Are you
mean.
looking for a Monday morning?
Yes, ma'am.
July 10th or July 17th.
July 10th is fine. So Mr. Lewis, just make that 180 by the first Friday of the month and you owe 30 more for this month. And no, if you make May, June and July payment, they will probably dismiss as long as you're making payments. All right.
Judge, I apologize.
Perfect.
I'm so sorry. July 10th is not available. The 17th is.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, sir, we're gonna move that to the 17th, okay?
Okay,
All right, thank you so much, and you have a good day.
you too.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Clark has a pending review. That's why I adjourned it out.
It's not connecting to audio. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Hi, Mr. Moog. In the matter of Jessica Ann Moog versus Scott Eugene Moog, file number 2021-48105 Mr. Moog, that has been adjourned to June 5 at 8 AM. All right.
Okay,
All right. Thank you, Mr. Moog.
yep, right.
I'm gonna chat Mr. Clark to let him know. All right, so I just sent a chat to Mr. Clark stating your hearing was adjourned to May 15th at 8 o'clock. So maybe it's. In the matter of Alexis Regalado versus Zachary Drillard, that matter has been adjourned to June 5th at 8 AM. In the matter of Nicole Reyes, Reyes versus Christopher T. Reyes or Reyes, Reyes, file number 2015-41906. This is the date and time set for show cause. Mr. Reyes is ordered to pay $256 a month. As of today's date, he has an arrearage in excess of $23,209. The last payment we received was $30 on February 22nd of 2023. He's failed to appear. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. So bond in the amount of $1,500 cash. Matter of Terry Barnhart versus Jody Colress, file number 2016-43454 DC. That matter was adjourned to June 5 at 8 o'clock. The matter of Marjorie Smith versus David Marshall, file number 21-48417 UN. Mr. Marshall is ordered to pay $163.12 a month in child support. As of today, has an arrears in the amount of $4,023. Last payment was $57.15 on February 17th. It's failed to appear, may issue a bench warrant for his arrest.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Clark.
I'm so sorry. I've been trying to connect.
No, it's okay. You did fine. It's okay. So, Mr. Clark, your front of the court hearing was adjourned to May 15th at 8 o'clock. Evidently, you have a review down in front of the court coming up.
May 15 in front of the court.
No. So, Mr. Vasquez, you said he had a review in front of the court coming up.
Yes, Your Honor. Looks like the 19th.
So it looks like on April 19th, you have a hearing at front of the court. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, make sure you show up for that. And then Mr. Vasquez.
It said only by mail.
Your Honor, it's by mail, so he just has to submit his documentation for the review.
Now, I submitted I think Tuesday, this Tuesday that just passed, and I paid $50, but I got $192 coming, so it should pass sometime this week.
Okay. So, Mr. Vasquez, because you had that review, just adjourn this out to May 15 at 8 a.m. So just zoom back in on May 15th with us again at 8 a.m. All right?
Okay. All righty.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's fine. Thank you.
All right.
All right, so anyway, in the matter of Marjorie J. Smith, not Taylor Smith, versus David Marshall, Mr. Marshall has failed to appear. And they issue a bench warrant for his arrest. Set bond in the amount of $4,024. Hi, sir. Can you state your name for the record, please? Christopher, unmute yourself and state your full name for me.
Christopher Thomas Reyes.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Reyes, this is the date and time set for a show cause in this matter. I called the case earlier because it's 8:32 and the hearing was set at 8 a.m. I did issue a bench warrant for your arrest, but you have appeared So, Mr. Reyes, you are ordered to pay $256 a month in child support. As of today's date, you have an arrearage in excess of $23,209. Last payment we may have was a payment in February for $30. And we have no income information. So, Mr. Reyes, are you currently employed? So we're having some audio issues with you. Are you able to go somewhere where you have better reception? Like maybe more bars? We can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. A little bit better, but Mr. Reyes, are you currently employed?
Try to go outside. If that works.
Oh, that's much better, much better. Mr. Reyes, are you currently employed?
I am employed, yes. I just
Okay,
had
you get a
slow work.
paycheck?
That was about it.
Okay.
I did.
Do you get
I don't
paid,
get a check every week.
do you get paid cash or are you an employee for tax purposes?
I have my own business and I work for my stepfather. He has a business, so I get paid by check.
Okay. Do they take taxes out? Do they take taxes out of your check, Mr. Reyes?
I didn't hear. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck's up with this.
Okay. So my question was, do you get a paycheck where they take taxes out or you pay just cash?
I have to pay taxes. I have to file my taxes at the end of the year.
Okay. So Mr. Reyes.
1099.
Okay. So Mr. Reyes, do you understand that you're well above the felony level to be charged with a felony child support case?
Yes, ma'am. And I actually, I'm glad that you had brought that up because when I was in there last time, I was trying to, I would like to try to figure out how to get that removed because I like speaking with my ex-wife. In the past, I mean, that was something that we was trying to, because I was homeless and I was in jail for like the first couple years, and that's where it all built up. That's where it all accrued. And by the last time that I had came there, I had the warrant and I went to jail and I paid. And so I've been doing good for the past 2 years. I kind of fell off because of my income the last several months. So, I mean, I'm back on course with my, as far as getting a steady income. So that's where I'm at right now. But
Okay.
I know it's well. I know it's high.
So Mr. Reyes, the most important thing is that I'm glad, first of all, I'm glad that you're doing better now and you're not in that position anymore. But you need to be making your minimum payment as well as an additional amount so that your arrearage goes down. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So in your case, you probably need to pay about $310 a month out of this. So, when work gets slow, you got to go find something else. You don't get to just say, hey, work's slow, I can't make a payment, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, when are you going to be able to pay this month's payment?
Well, I was planning on going today when I go and pick up a payment for a job that I had just finished. So I was going to go do that today, and I was trying to pay a couple hundred. And then at the end of this month, I was planning on pay about 500 to get back on track.
Okay. So, are you going to come pay it in person?
I was going to do it through the online app because I live in Macomb County and I don't have a vehicle.
Okay. So, I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15 to make sure that you make those payments. All right.
I'll have a payment in today, but it's only going to be probably $200. but at the end of this
Right, but
month,
you
I'll
said
have,
you're gonna pay 500 at the end of the month, right?
yes, at the end of this month, yes.
Yeah, so if I send it out to May 15th, that payment will show up, right?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, and I really would like, I mean, you know, you need to make these payments. All right, so I'm gonna adjourn this to May 15th at 8 AM to monitor those payments, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll
All
have it
right.
in there.
All right, thank you both. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
In the matter of Sabrina Rivera versus Juan Rocha, ROCHA, file number 22-49709 UN. This is the date time set for show cause in this matter. Neither party has appeared. Mr. Rocha is ordered to pay $132 a month in child support. He has an arrearage in the amount of $3,068. It's failed to make a payment or appear. Looks like he has never made a payment. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. That's that bond in the amount of $3,067. Like everybody else is waiting on Rhonda Underwood. I did see that, Miss Adams. Excuse me. All right, Mr. Vasquez, we're just waiting for Miss Underwood. We can take LC Scribbling.
Am I able to say anything in her absence?
And whose absence?
Ms. Underwood.
No, let's wait for Miss Underwood, all right? Because once you have an attorney, I like to wait.
Okay.
Ms. Villalobos, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is in the matter of Eric. Are you on, do you go by Villalobos or Walker?
Walker.
Okay, Erica Ann Walker versus Zachary John Walker, file number 23-50298 PP. So Ms. Walker, you had previously petitioned for a personal protection order against Mr. Walker. He had filed a motion to set aside or terminate the personal protection order. You had asked me to decide it, and I did. And then now you are filing a motion to terminate the personal protection order. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Walker, so he had moved to Michigan and now he's no longer in Michigan, you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and are you worried that he'll move back again?
I don't think so. He doesn't like the Michigan and he doesn't really get along with his family here.
Okay, and well, why would, I mean, it expires, let's see, it expires in January of 25. This was a pretty serious personal protection order. So why would you not want it kept in place?
What I'm worried about is my kids want to see their grandma. So what I'm worried about is if I'm there with my kids at their grandma's house and he shows up and then that's a violation of the PPO.
Right.
With not either one of our knowledge knowing that he's going to be there since we can't talk to each other. I just don't want an accidental violation because my kids do want to see their grandma.
Okay, and do you feel that he's a continued threat or danger to you?
Not since he's not in Michigan anymore. I was just worried because he was staying with his mom that was 4 houses down from my work.
Okay. All right, I will grant your request to terminate the personal protection order. The court clerk shall complete and file the removal of entry from lien with the law enforcement agency named in the last order. Understand if he creates issues again, we can always petition for another personal protection order. All right?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Reyes, you have Gonzalez.
Good morning.
Ms. Adams,
I have Mr. Gonzalez.
Yep, and Miss Adams, I don't know if you can text Miss Underwood. All right, I have Sierra Stroud present. All right, okay, so this is in the matter of Sierra Kaylin Stroud versus Jonathan Zachary Gonzalez, file number 2020-47405 DP. I have Lowry Rains appearing on behalf of Mr. Gonzalez. I'm so sorry. This is a date and time set for a show cause in this matter. Mr. Rains, let's see, last time we were here, Mr. Gonzalez was ordered to repay to pay the remaining balance of March and April by today. Our notes have not done so. We have no hearing pending with front of the court. So I guess Mr. Rains, perhaps an update.
Your Honor, my understanding is that my client did make some payments following that last hearing. I'm not sure what Mr. Vasquez, if he's on this one, what his records would reflect, but that's one part. And the second is, when we were last here, we did have a front of the court referee hearing scheduled on the issue of support. That had been scheduled, I believe, for March 17th, but that was moved. We are waiting on notification from the front of the court for a new hearing date. It was moved because of a front of the court conflict, not mine. We do not have a new date yet. The reason that that's of some significance is that the parties had appeared back in, maybe it was in January, and they had reached an agreement where they have nearly a shared custody arrangement, parenting time arrangement. So there should be a significant impact upon child support, and we were hoping we would have had that recalculated at the March hearing. So, Your Honor, we do still need to have that front of the court referee hearing. Again, I understood my client has made some payments. Perhaps he hasn't paid everything, but he did recently, or last month, he graduated from the Barber College, and he is beginning to cut some hair with some customers, not only at his home, but he's going to different residences to do that too. That's the status. And Your Honor, if we could have maybe another hearing date after we can get this referee hearing scheduled, I think that would help us to ascertain really what that arrearage amount should be and get him on a proper payment schedule.
So Mrs. Ralph, do you understand he's asking for an adjournment because there has to be a recalculation of child support?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Raines, I'll adjourn this to June 5 at 8 o'clock. So will your office be scheduling that referee hearing?
We will. I know we reached out last week to try to find out what the status was. We'll do that again, but yes, Your Honor, we'll try to get that scheduled.
Okay, all right, very good. Yes, Mr. Vasquez.
Sorry, if the parties are in agreement on a new custody parenting time order, is there a way that they can also come to an agreement on a stipulated order for support?
I would hope so.
Are you asking those parents?
I'll try to explore that. I don't know to what extent the parties have talked about that now.
Okay, it just sounded like they were amicable enough to reach an agreement for the custody parenting time, so I didn't know if they could do that as well with the support. If not, then yeah, they can go forward with the referee hearing. But he did make a payment of $250 last month, but nothing this month so far.
So the last referee hearing, they were supposed to schedule another hearing or no?
Yes, I'm trying to look at the last.
Because I'm wondering if you guys have an agreement, could you just do an income?
If they had an agreement, either myself or Mr. Raines could do a stipulated order and change the support that way, update. If it's lower, it would update the back arrearages, and going forward, they would have a set amount.
Ms. Roof, if I could have your contact information, I can give you a call and we can see if we can work out an agreement, and perhaps we can enter into what Mr. Vasquez and the court's referring to as a stipulated order, meaning simply a written agreement that would be signed by the parties that would resolve this matter, both in terms of parenting time as well as child support. Would that be agreeable? Try to explore that.
Ms. Ralph, before you give that, we are live on YouTube, so you can do one of two things. You could chat message through the chat function, Mr. Raines, with your phone number and your email address if you'd like. Do you know how to use that, Ms. Ralph?
I'm looking at it. Yep, I can do it. I can figure it out.
Yeah, so why don't you chat message him your phone number and your email address, and then Mr. Raines will have that. I just don't want it live on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
I just sent you a message, Ms. Roof.
Okay, yep, I got it.
Okay.
Right. Is Mr. Scribbling at the jail?
Yes, ma'am, he is. This is Lieutenant White. We're having difficulty with our camera on this particular computer. I will fire up another one. Hopefully that one will work.
Well, you know what? It shows your camera's working. Is the little slide at the top of the screen closed? Is it a laptop?
No, it's a desktop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. All right, Mr. Raines, do you now have Ms. Strauss' contact information?
I do, but I'm writing it down. Got it, Your Honor.
Okay, so if you're able to work that out, Mr. Raines, I'm going to adjourn this out to June 5 But if it gets resolved before that, Mr. Vasquez will take it off the docket, all right?
Very good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right, I have a gentleman in back. What's your name, please?
Russell Drillard.
Okay. All right, Mr. Julian, let me find you. So you're at 9 o'clock, so you got about 7 minutes, all right? So, Mr. Vasquez, my 9 o'clock docket's gonna start. And I don't have Miss Underwood and I don't know what to do, but she just popped in. All right, Mr. Gout, you wanna come on up to the podium? Mr. Scribbling, I'll be with you in 1 minute, all right?
Okay.
All right, Miss Underwood, this is in the matter, no, stand at the podium, please. Otherwise, she can't carry you very well. All right, this is in, let me see, I'm Janice Gout. All right, this is in the matter of, let's get Ms. Gout connected to audio. All right, this is in the matter of Janice Lynn Gout versus Scott Michael Gout, file number 14-41139 DM. Ms. Underwood represents Mr. Gout. Let's see, he's ordered to pay $312 a month in child support as of today's date. He has an arrearage in excess of $4,353. He was ordered to provide medical proof of inability to work. Minimal payments have been made. Ms. Underwood, you represent Mr. Gout?
I do, Your Honor. And I believe Mr. Gout has turned in forms now. He can work and qualifies for unemployment, Your Honor. So I believe an income withholding order could be issued. Is that true, Mr. Gout?
Yes, I have it right here.
Okay, so you brought your paperwork?
Yes,
Okay, so your paperwork says you're able to work.
yes,
Can you qualify for unemployment?
correct. I was not able to between August and earlier this year because of health issues. I had a brain tumor removed. I am doing better now, so I have qualified for unemployment.
Okay, all right, so Mr. Vasquez, do you have that paperwork or do you need that dropped off downstairs?
Your Honor, I believe the paperwork he's referring to, he stopped in Friday to get a copy of income withholding sent out to unemployment that was sent out in March. Nothing has been received yet from unemployment, so.
I got a letter from my doctor stating that I'm okay to work as of April 12th.
Okay, so you're looking for a job?
Yes,
Okay, all right, so what I'll do is adjourn this out to June 5 for you to find employment and report that to front of the court, okay?
okay.
And then Mr. Vasquez, if he says he's eligible for unemployment, is that something the system sets up or how do we do that?
Yes, Your Honor, the system already sent out an income withholding to unemployment. So he must have filed or attempted to file and the system already picked it up, but nothing's been collected yet.
Okay, all right, so we'll see you back on June 5 at 8 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I have Mr. Pera.
One moment, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. Pera.
Morning.
Okay, so we have, find his other one. All right, so Mr. Pera, you have two cases today. One is Adriana Garcia versus Aiden Pera, file number 2013-39652 DS. That one was adjourned to May 15th. All right, so Mr. Pera, the other one is Whitney Losi versus Aiden Pera. And Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Pera. Shows the last payment we received was 128 on March 28 of 23. We keep adjourning this out. For you to make payments. And you have a child support review for April 13th. Your rearage is $11,433. You are making payments, so that's good. Miss Underwood?
I guess I would ask to adjourn this case out to the date that the other case is, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Pera, you need to continue making payments, all right?
Yeah, the only thing I didn't hear was what the date was. May what?
May 15 at 8 o'clock.
May 15.
Yep, May 15 at 8 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right, and keep making your payments, all right, Mr. Pera?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Scribbling, just a minute, one more. All right, have Mr. Davenport, Miss Underwood.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Davenport, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, ma'am.
All right, this is in the matter of Nicole Marie Davenport versus Christian Robert Davenport at Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Davenport. Mr. Davenport, shows here you have a monthly charge of $411 in child support. You have an arrearage in excess of $4,063. The last payment we received was $200 on March 6th, well over a month ago. You were present on March 13th with Miss Underwood. You were ordered to pay $300 by that Friday and have employment. I adjourned to today. Yes.
There was a payment made online last night of $300.
Okay.
The reason I couldn't get it to that Friday is that the job that we're trying to start, we're waiting on the electrician inspection, but we're still waiting. So, I mean, it's not that I ain't got work. We're just waiting to start the job because they messed something up in electrical.
So,
And
Mr. Davenport, maybe you need a more reliable job. So are you gonna tell your kids maybe they should wait to eat dinner for a couple days or a couple weeks?
Well, that's something else I would like to talk to Miss Underwood about. You know, I ain't seen my kids in over a month because.
Okay, so Mr. Davenport, visitation and child support are two different things. So Miss Underwood wouldn't be able to help you on that. That's something you'd have to file a petition to friend of court. But Mr. Davenport, if you can't afford to make your monthly child support payment on the job you're doing, you need to find a different job. You know, join a union, become a laborer. I mean, do something.
Okay. Yep.
But you have to make your payment. So I'm gonna adjourn this out to May 15th at 8 o'clock. To make sure you made that payment and also this month's payment, all right?
So what about the 300 that went through last night?
Well, that's not even making your May payment or April payment, but so you owe 111 more for this month.
And I told you guys that I couldn't afford the payment. I mean, how come I'm paying way more than everybody else?
Friend of the court, you need to petition friend of the court to have an income review.
All right, I'm gonna try and contact a lawyer today. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, all right, we'll see you back on 5:15 at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, Miss Underwood, I'm gonna talk to Mr. LC Scribbling right now. He was our, all right. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus LC Scribbling, file number 23-21284FH. Mr. Scribbling, this is the date and time scheduled for a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant. Let's see. Looks like you, hold on. All right, you are scheduled for sentencing on April 28th at 8:15 in the morning. and you have bond conditions and you're required to drug test. It is alleged that you tested positive for cocaine for a drug screen collected on March 24 of 23, and that you failed to drug test on March 29th of 2023 as ordered. Have you tested any time after March 29th? I don't know. So, Mr. Scribbling, one of the charges against you was a controlled substance possession of cocaine. Looks like you pled to the controlled substance, and all the other charges got dismissed at the time of sentencing. So, Mr. Scribbling, you are represented by Mr. Odetella. Did you want Mr. Odetella to were you going to contact him to represent you on this show cause?
No, that's no.
I'm sorry?
No, it's not necessary. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Not really. Can you scoot up a little bit? Just scoot up a little bit. I'm sorry. So.
I'm not, I don't even. Okay, can you hear me, sir? I mean, I'm sorry.
I can. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and go forward with this. On this, don't talk about, not as far as the sentencing, but this charge right here.
Okay, so on the contempt of court, you're not going to retain Mr. Odetella?
No.
Okay, so Ms. Underwood, he does have retained counsel on this file.
Thank you.
So Mr. Scribbling, you wish to proceed without an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Underwood.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Odetella is not going to be present for you today, and you waive him being present, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Scribbling, violation of a bond condition is a contempt of court, which means if you plead guilty or found guilty, you could be sentenced to up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now you retain Mr. Odetella, so obviously you can afford to retain an attorney, but you wish to proceed today without an attorney.
I didn't, my family retained him. I didn't.
Okay, do you want a court-appointed attorney?
No, I don't want, no.
Okay, all right, so you wish to proceed today.
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Scribbling, as I said, the maximum penalty for contempt of court for violation of bond conditions could be up to 93 days in jail. You do have a right to contest this contempt of court charge and to have a trial on it. During that trial, you would be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have a right to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial, to have your lawyer ask those witnesses questions, or you may ask them yourself, and to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at that trial. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
You do not have to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold it against you in any way. Do you understand that?
Yes.
On the other hand, do you understand that you have a right to testify at your trial if you want to testify?
Yes.
How do you plead to the charge that you violated your bond conditions by testing positive for cocaine from a drug screen collected March 24 of 23 and then failing to drug test on March 29th as ordered? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay, so has anything been promised you to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anyone threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up your right to a trial and your right to having a lawyer's assistance, as I've already explained?
Yes.
If I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Scribbling, were you screened for drug court?
No, well, I'm sorry. What do you mean? Was I at the probation department?
No, I thought you were, I guess I thought you were screened for drug court. Never mind. So Mr. Scribbling, you plead guilty. So one of the terms of your bond was that while you were out on bond, you're not to use any controlled substances. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and you were testing through Mr. Coast, is that correct?
Huh? I'm not.
Darren Coast was monitoring your bond conditions through our pretrial services, is that correct?
I guess, I don't know who was doing it.
Yeah,
Were you
LC, LC, I spoke to you on the phone about this.
Right, okay. All right, now, yeah.
Okay, and when you tested on March 24th of 23, did you test positive for cocaine?
Yes.
Is that because you had used cocaine?
Yes.
Okay, and then Mr. Scribbling, did you not drug test on March 29th of 23?
No.
Okay, is that because you were probably gonna test positive for cocaine?
Well, I didn't have the money to pay for the drop.
Okay. All right, I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights. He does have competent counsel. I'm going to set this matter for sentencing on April 28th of 23 at 8:15 in the morning. Mr. Scribbling, you had originally set that sentencing for Zoom with your attorney. Can we do your contempt of court sentencing via Zoom as well?
Yeah, unless you want me to come into the courtroom. I don't.
Well, I mean, it's easier to do it from the jail in the courtroom, from Zoom, so that you're not stuck in that awful holding room for like an hour. So Mr. Scribbling, we'll do it via Zoom on April 28th at 8:15 in the morning. And I will set a 25,000 cash bond on this contempt court. Cash surety bond on the contempt of court. If you get out of jail, make sure that you Zoom in for sentencing. If you don't get out of jail, we'll have the jail Zoom you in, all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scribbling.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, you're all set, Mr. Scribbling. All right, so Mr. Drillard, why don't you step up here to the podium real quick? Mr. Reyes and Mr. Finley, I will take your file next. So this is in the matter of Rachel Wagner versus Russell Drillard, file number 2012-38290 DP. So Mr. Drillard, we were last here on March 13th of 23, and you were ordered to pay $250 towards child support before today. Did you pay that?
I paid it when I left that day.
Awesome.
I also got.
Oh, hold on, I'm not done yet. Okay, so I'm glad you did that.
Okay.
And then you were supposed to pay an additional $250 before today's hearing. I remember you brought your kid to court with you that day.
Yeah.
And I told you I wanted you to have a job.
Yeah.
I said it late today so you could get your kid to school. So I do not see Ms. Wagner. All right, so did you pay the additional $250?
My balance should be paid off. I have an offset here of $4,999 was paid to Lenawee County front of the court.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez, there was an offset for his taxes. I show an arrearage of 363.
That's
So, and that's because that credit for the tax offset's been applied, right?
It has been applied. It looks like he was ordered to pay $250 on March 13th, well, which was paid, it looks like, but it looks like an additional $250 was ordered to be paid, which was not paid.
Okay. So right now your arrearage is 363 because it keeps every month ticking, right?
Right, yeah.
So you're supposed to pay 237 a month.
Yep.
And then you have that arrearage. So I mean, if you can just pay you got your 250 for today?
I can pay it by the end of the week.
Your Honor, that balance isn't, this month is included in that balance.
Okay, so actually this month plus an extra like $100 or something is your arrearage.
So like 350, something like that.
So right now, your total amount owed as of today is 363. And then if you can just pay that 237 a month,
Yes,
you'll never have
yes.
to come visit me again.
I don't want to have to come see you. It's literally been the worst experience of my life.
I know.
I've had everything that could go wrong, and it just.
And I understand that you're pretty traumatized last time.
Yeah.
And, all right, so I'm gonna dismiss this and, you're all set.
Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
you're welcome. Have a good day.
Yes, you too.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez, I do believe that concludes our financial concern.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Welcome back. All right, so Mr. Raines and let's see. All right, so I'm gonna start with which. All right, this is in the matter of. All right, got Cassandra in my waiting room. Who's my cable?
I do have my client present with me, Your Honor.
Okay. I have a Michaela, I don't know who that is either. All right, this is in the matter of Scott William, is it
Witty, Your Honor.
Whitty versus Cassandra Ray Whitty. I guess I can't say that. File number 2023-50373DL. I have attorney Lowry M. Raines, P55246, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. And I have Daniel P. Finley, P65454, appearing on behalf of the defendant. This is the date and time scheduled for motion. Defendant's objection to the ex parte order. So, Mr. Finley.
Good morning, everybody. So there's an ex parte order issued by this court on February 22nd. We don't have a problem with an ex parte order, Your Honor. We just have a few requests for some minor revisions.
Have you spoke to Mr. Raines about that?
Our office has been in contact about a possible mediation with Mr. Reed, but I know Mr. Raines is a very busy man. And so we just haven't, and quite frankly, I am too. So we just haven't had a big discussion about
Your
it.
Honor, if we could have a breakout room for 2 minutes.
I was gonna say, would you like a 5-minute breakout?
I think we actually can resolve this, Your Honor.
All right, do you want clients in the breakout room?
My client's present, and if we could, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Finley, I'm gonna put your client, you and Mr. Raines into a breakout. Go ahead and turn that breakout.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Michaela
Bentley, Your Honor. Good morning.
Bentley. Well, you look like an attorney.
I am, Your Honor.
So let me see what you're coming in on.
Motion to withdraw, Your Honor.
Yep, Sadison at 9:30, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, we'll be within a few minutes, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you want to take a 2-minute break, you guys, you can. Huh?
I talked.